Hello, hello, Bottoms. Yes, it is I, the conspicuous Mo. And greetings to you from a very, very cold morning place. So today I thought we would just quickly go over the Final Fantasy Endwalker leak thing. Basically, if you haven't heard already, some chicken nugget decided that they were going to post a lot of the information that was under a non-disclosure agreement with Square Enix until it gets released on the 13th. And they decided just to post it on 4chan instead, and then it got to Reddit, and now it's everywhere. And it would appear from, the generally frustrated reactions of other people and content creators who are under this NDA that the information is actually largely correct for a change. Because, sometimes these leaks turn out to be nonsense, but in this case, it seems to be the real deal. Now, I'm not going to discuss the leak's contents here at all. I'm only going to address why it is a problem. If you are free to look it up if you so wish, God knows it is being proliferated around quite successfully right now. So, why is this a problem? Well, there are a few reasons, I feel anyway. First of all, if you are fortunate enough to be invited by Square Enix to get a seat at the media tour, and then you go and break your NDA anonymously on 4chan, then you're not a terribly good person, let's be honest here. Regardless of whatever motivation they might have had, it's kind of like having all your presents under the Christmas tree and being sent a letter on December the 20th by an anonymous writer who gives you a list of all the things that are inside the wrapping paper. Now, do you want to know what's inside? Absolutely. You've got to be honest, who wouldn't be interested at this point? But at the same time, you're going to ruin it for yourself if you actually open it up and read the list. I mean, at the end of the day, there's 5 days until this is all going to come out anyway, so why cause all this trouble? Secondly, when you do this, you defeat the object of the whole reveal and NDA process, and, Square Enix are understandably trying to ramp up the old hype train at the moment as Endwalker approaches. And they want it to go as high as it possibly can, so, when you have some turtler who just lays a couple of sleepers on the tracks and tries to derail it, it's not a great feeling. Thirdly, by doing this, you also give Square Enix an opportunity to just not do media tours anymore. This isn't the first leak, and it probably won't be the last, but the more that it happens, the less likely they are to continue doing them, at least for NA. And they will just rely on the hype that's generated by content creators after the big reveals. Now, that's not going to be as much hype as they want, but at least they'll be able to keep a lid on the things that they want to show. But, at the end of the day, does that really sound like a better way to do things? I think not. Fourthly, on a personal level, I really feel for the content creators who are continuing to stick to their NDAs, unlike certain unnamed dickheads, and have now had all of their reveals and their upcoming work dragged out from under them as this leak spreads out over the internet. There's going to be an actual, real, tangible cost to them now, because, why would you watch their content when you already have all of the answers? The exclusivity that they get was a reward for the work and the reach that they have within the Final Fantasy XIV community, and that's now gone. So, I really do feel for those guys. Now, of course, you could argue that the leaks are absolutely fine because everyone wants to know everything already, and oh my god, why haven't they told us yet, etc., etc. But, personally, I think this kind of thing actually does more harm than good. I think it certainly has in this case, and, if the person who has leaked this, stands on an upturned plug or a particularly sharp piece of Lego, I will not be crying bitterly into my cornflakes. Or perhaps, this is just Endwalkerception, this is Square Enix themselves who posted the leak, and we've all been epically trolled, myself included. But it is hard to imagine they would do that to their own invitees, though. Anyway, for those of you who are going to hang on and wait for the official announcements, the Media Tour NDAs do end on October the 13th. Gaming Kinda has released a video on who to watch out for all of the releases and the different content areas, so I'll put a link into that video down below. As for the next live letter, that is on November the 5th, so that'll be very close to Endwalker launch, and they're going to be going over crafting and gathering. I'm particularly going to be interested in life after high quality gets removed. A lot of it is getting removed. And the PvP, which has usually traditionally been an area that has not been touted as one of Final Fantasy XIV's greatest strengths, so it's nice to see they're making efforts there. But yeah, that's it. Just a quickie. I'm just mildly annoyed by the whole thing, really. I I wouldn't post about this on Square Enix official forums. I have seen a few threads that have popped up, but I've seen them disappear as well. So I think they're still a bit sore about it, and I don't think it'll end well. Just saying. But I will leave you with this parting gift, a quick and tasty dose of nightmare fuel. I mean, seriously, who is going to pay £1,000 to scare their children every night with this thing? I will be back relatively soon with another video, which is just going to touch on a subject where I'm just getting a little bit worried about in regards to Final Fantasy XIV. So I will broach this subject with you in a few days. But until then, I will see you next time. I am the Conspicuous Moo, and a very good morning to you.